There's something about it to get a hold of somebody. Come to think of it, go get it and bring it. We're going to be looking at these expressions and a few more and examples with them in this video. Let's go. Hey there, English speakers. Jesse here from Sweet Academy, helping you get your English to the next level. And today, we're doing 5 more expressions that came up this week in conversations, in videos, in books. Let's check them out. Their uses, examples, and how you can use them in real conversation. The number one way to actually sound more fluent, even sound more fluent than you really are, is these fixed expressions. Yes, vocabulary is important. It's important to know more vocabulary, to know exactly what you want to say, but using these expressions as kind of a vocabulary will help you sound better, speak better, and ultimately feel more confident. Let's get into it. First, there's something about it. There's something about it. When you say there's something about it, we use this when you don't have the right words to describe something. You don't know what exactly it is. There's something that you really like, that's impressive, something that's different. You don't have the words to describe it. Normally, it's something special and positive. There's a vocabulary word that means this, and it's ineffable. Ineffable. And something that's ineffable is something that you use ineffable when you don't have the words or when there are no words to describe something. It's the word you use that has for something that has no definition. It's an adjective. So you could say it's ineffable. In a conversation, in a lesson, we were talking about a vacation my student went on, right? And he went to Bath in England. Bath. He went to Bath. He really loved it. He said it's beautiful. And he said and he couldn't come up with the right words to say it. That's when I taught him this word. So he could have said, or you can say, I also went to Bath. It has something. There's something about it. It has something. It has something to it. Notice how we can play around with the word something, right? We don't have to say there's something about it. We can say it has something. It has something special. That's really what it means. It has something special, right? It has something. There's something about it that's special. There's a movie from the 1990s that I saw. It was big when I was in high school, and it's called There's Something About Mary. There's something about Mary, and that just means there's something about her that I can't put my finger on. Another expression, I can't put my finger on it. I can't put my finger on it. That's when you don't know exactly what something is, right? There's something about Mary. The way the pronunciation works, we kind of say about it, D-I-T, about it, about it, about it, about it, about it. There's something about it. There's something about it. You practice and try it and let me know. Let's go to the next one. Next, to get a hold of somebody. When you try to get a hold of somebody, or when you can't get a hold of somebody, or when you get a hold of somebody, it just means you contact them, to contact them. If you can't get a hold of somebody, you can't contact them. Normally by phone. I can't get a hold of them. I've tried many times. I can't get a hold of them, right? And this came up in another conversation in a lesson because a student of mine was reading an English book. I forget the name of the book, but this expression came up in class. And in the book, it said, there was no way to get a hold of him. There was no way to get a hold of him. There was no way to get a hold of him. Get a hold of. Pronunciation, get a hold of. 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 There was no way to get a hold of him. Of him. Of him. And you could say, I tried, but I couldn't get a hold of him. Did you call them? I tried, but I couldn't get a hold of them. I'll try again later. And you couldn't get a hold of them, I don't know, because they had their mobile phone off, they had their cell phone off, they weren't answering, something like that, right? To get a hold of. Use this. It's very useful, especially when you contact people by phone. I'll get a hold of you tomorrow. Let's go to the next one. Come to think of it, it's kind of similar to actually, the fluency builder actually, or another expression maybe you've heard of. Now that you mention it, now that you mention it, I don't know what happened to that television show. I wonder what happened, right? I haven't seen it in a while. This came up in a conversation in a lesson or during a lesson, and we were talking about driving, right? Do you drive? Actually, there are yellow dotted lines and there are white dotted lines. Both of the colors mean something different. She said, I actually don't know the rules for the color of the paint. And I said, actually, I don't know that either, come to think of it, because I never thought of the color of the street lines before. But now that you mention it, come to think of it, I don't know what they mean, right? Come to think of it. Actually, now that you mention it, these are all ways to kind of express that you're thinking of something new that had recently come up in a conversation. Come to think of it, we have a couple more expressions to do. Next. We use go get it to, tell somebody to get something, right? If I want something or I want to see something, go get it. Go get blah, blah, blah. Go get your t-shirt. Go get your pencil. We're going to have a quiz. Go get it. Do you have your notebook? No? Well, go get it and take notes. So you're telling somebody to get something. This came up in a conversation in one of my lessons when I told a student that my home football team is the Eagles. And he said, this was a class in his house. And he said, the Eagles? And he was thinking, I think I have an Eagles t-shirt. And I said, really? And he said, I'm not sure. And then I said, go get it. Let's see. Go get it. So it's a very natural way to say it, right? Go get it. And it doesn't have to be a command, right? So if you say, Jesse, do you have that paper? No, I don't have it. I need to go get it. I'll be right back. Go get it. I need to go get it. Can you go get it? All of these ways you can play with it, because if you learn this expression and you know the grammar forms, the possibilities are endless. I need to go get it. I can't go get it right now. I can go get it later. Can you go get it? It can also be used kind of metaphorically, or not really physically, but when you have an objective, when you have a goal. I know many of you have goals for exams or living abroad or career goals. If you have a goal, if you have an objective, if you have a dream, if you have something that you want, then don't wait for it to come to you. Go get it. Go get it. Do the work. Take the steps. Take that next step. I have goals that I have in my life that I want to do with this channel, with my webpage, with Sweet Academy. I can't just sit here and wait for it to grow. I have to go get it. I have to go get it. I have to take the steps and find out what I have to do to reach that next level for me. It's a part of one of my favorite movie quotes from Rocky, when he's talking to his son, and go get it. Do what you have to do to get it. And that's my motivational speech for today. Let's move on. Just bring it. When you say bring it, it's essentially, most of the time, it's going to be about bringing a challenge. You're not afraid of a challenge, right? Somebody says something is dangerous or difficult, or you can't do it, or you don't want this because it's too difficult. Bring it. Bring it, right? Bring any challenges, bring any difficult things. I can do it, right? Oh, the IELTS exam, speaking, is scary. It's intimidating. Bring it. That's what I actually want you to say it. When there's something difficult that's ahead of you, whether it be an exam or a job interview or anything stressful that you want to accomplish, I want you to look in the mirror, saying, bring it. Bring it. I'm ready. This class is difficult. There are many students, many teachers have a hard time teaching this class, and they don't like it. And I said, bring it. I want that one. I want that class. I want the class that other teachers don't want. Bring it. Another one, I was talking with a student and I was saying how cute my kids are and this and that. And she said, just wait until they're teenagers. And I said, you got it. Bring it. I'm not ready for teenagers yet, but I hope that once my kids become teenagers, I will be ready. Maybe you're telling me, Jesse, you're never ready. Which, bring it. If you like this video even a little bit, then click that subscribe button and the bell so you can be notified next time we have a lesson. Check right below me for another useful video, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.